Welcome back to GP Nail Art. Jessica here. So on my left hand, I already did the dip powder application and I used Referral Nails Lacerta, which is a mood changing or a temperature changing dip powder. And I'll be using some glitter, but this is going to be July, like birthstones. It's going to represent rubies as the birthstone for July, but I'm getting the inspiration from the picture that you just saw, which is actually for my sister. My sister's birthday is at the end of July, so I actually picked the favorite mani that she has ever done. If you want to see like what colors and everything that she used, she is on Instagram, which is duckies_dips on Instagram. And then I'm also going to do one of her favorite manis that she's done, so that'll be coming later. But I am using the MVP nail acrylics. This is one of the raw glitters, crimson, and I'm just going to pour it into my little container here so I can get at it a little bit easier. And you saw from the picture that my sister she did use a mood powder as well, but it was a little bit more on the pink side, and I really wanted to do this for Ruby being the birthstone. I thought this glitter was absolutely amazing. I mean, it looks like a little container of rubies just right there. So I absolutely love it. But I pulled out a swatch stick just as like a scooper so I can kind of pour over. And I'll also be using my cuticle pusher because she did do a different glitter on her nails, but did it with like that side swipe kind of design, or I think some people even call it like a crescent moon type design. So I'm just very carefully using the side of my dip powder brush base coat to kind of cover the side of my nail, and I'm trying to also get that curve kind of on the inside as well, so I don't have to try to push too much of it in place. Since it is dip powder base coat, it's going to dry a little bit faster. I was going to do this with gel, but I really wanted to see how difficult or easy it would be with dip powder. And I'll zoom in on some parts as well, but I'm gonna zoom in just on the thumb, but I'm doing the same thing on every nail. So I poured over, and I'm just kind of pushing a little bit of the dip powder away from the center of my nail, so I just have that nice like side curve that just kind of follows the shape of my nail, really. And this was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Also, I'm not using my glitter press. I am using my finger because I didn't want to chance getting any of the glitter on like where the mood powder is. Like, I didn't want any of those glitters to kind of move at all towards the center of my nail. But look at how pretty that is. Oh, I absolutely love it. This was one of my another one of my favorites to do, and like I said, I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it actually ended up being. So I thought that was really cool. Okay, so I am going to speed up the application of the other 4 nails, but I'm doing everything exactly the same way. So just trying to get that nice little curve. And I am kind of, typically when I put on the base coat, I'll use the brush, the applicator brush. It kind of has like a flatter side versus a thinner side, like a paintbrush that you would use to paint your walls with. There's a width to it as well as like a thickness. So I'm just I'm not using where the brush is widest. I'm using it on the thinner side. I hope that makes sense. I also would recommend using a slower drying dip powder base coat if you have one available. So I have a few now that I've kind of accumulated. I mostly use iGel. I do have a set from Virgo and Gem, but I have not used it yet. I'm going to do a review and kind of what my opinion of it is in a later video. So I haven't used that one. I have used Model 1s. I've used Rossi, Revel Nail I've used a lot as well. I've been using Revel for my like regular dip powder a little bit, just because I've run out of my regular like bottle of the iGel Beauty. But that one does dry a little bit faster, and since I am using a glitter, I am using my iGel Beauty bottle that I typically use for glitters. So that is iGel, and they do dry a little bit slower, but that's just going to give you a little bit more time to kind of do a little bit of the cleanup, like pushing that glitter into the curve shape that you want on the side of your nail. And you can also do that as thick or as thin as you want, as far as how wide that line of glitter is that goes towards the center of your nail. So it's really all just personal preference. But yeah, definitely using a little bit of a slower drying base coat will give you a little bit more time to kind of shape where that glitter is, or that curve line, if it's not quite as nice as you would want it. Okay, so I've applied all of the glitter to all of my nails, but this glitter does have, they're not huge chunky pieces, but they do have a couple of like bigger glitter pieces. So I just wanted to kind of fill in some spots where it was just the very tiny glitter and add some of those bigger glitters to certain spots. So I just do that on a couple of nails. So again, that's just personal preference, but I really like this glitter, this color, this glitter. It's like right up my alley. I have not done a red mani in a little while, except for like the bright red that I did for the 4th of July. But this glitter and this color, the kind of a little bit of a darker red, is my absolute favorite. And I absolutely love how this one came out. So thank you to my sister for the inspiration. And happy birthday to her as well. And then the next video that I will have up will be, she sent me 2 pictures of her favorite manis that she has done. And one of them was a little bit on the darker, kind of more fall color side. So I didn't do that one, but you'll see that one. That will be the next video that comes out. So once that's available, I'll put that up in the cards for you. So I'm actually going to clean up. I'm going to try to save as much of that glitter from my paper towel as I can because I just absolutely love it. But you see I did a little bit of cleanup. I'm going to cap everything with my clear dip powder. And I'm not including filing in this video, but I haven't filed anything yet. So after I cap and clear, I'm going to go ahead and file and shape off camera. And then I will be back for the top coat. Okay, and I apologize, I actually forgot to mention before filing, I am going to activate everything, so just going to make sure that everything is nice and hardened so it doesn't chip or anything like that while you are filing. So I just wanted to show this as well because the activator kind of makes the dip powder a little bit cold, so it just made the tip of my nail that darker color, which is the temperature changing part, which is a lot of fun. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and file. So we have everything shaped and filed and buffed and so on. So again, with the dip powder system, after you do your filing, you do want to do another layer or coat of the activator. Let that set for just a moment, and then you can wipe everything with a lint-free wipe, a paper towel. I like to use a cotton round with just a little bit of alcohol to really clean up all of that activator and that's just to help prevent any of that activator from contaminating your top coat brush and making it harden, or your top coat liquid and kind of ruining that within the bottle itself. There's not really any saving that if it gets contaminated inside the bottle. And also, to prevent any kind of contamination, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I wipe the brush on my paper towel before I put it back into the bottle after each nail. So for the dip powder, I'm just doing 3 to maybe 4 swipes of the base coat along the whole entire nail. Not any more than that. I'll do a more thorough layer the second time around. So you always want to do minimum 2 coats of your top coat, no more, no less. I ended up doing a little bit more on my thumb, but I think the brush was a little bit dry, so just be careful of that. Okay, so I'm just going to go through with the second round, and then I will let that dry, and we will be on to cuticle oil. Okay, so my top coat is nice and dry. Usually only for the Referral nails, I only have to let that set for about 2 to 3 minutes or so. I'm going to go in with my cuticle oil. So that's the Sugar Rush, which was one of the trio sets, I think from May, if I'm not mistaken, from Candi Skin Care. So I really liked doing this mani. Like I said, it was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. You could probably get away with doing this with gel liquids as well. You would just want to kind of shape or push any of the glitter around before you cure it in your lamps. After you cure it, you're not going to be able to move it at all. So I think that would be a relatively easy. I didn't want to do gel because I've noticed sometimes with the mood powders that after I use gel top coat, they don't tend to change color as much with the temperature. But I just kind of wanted to do a fun little kind of, show you what they're going to look like completely cold versus completely hot. So I have my glass of ice water there, and it's a really pretty, really dark, pretty red color. And then I have my hot water. And the glitter looks perfect with both. So I'm just kind of do half of my nail here so you can kind of see what both of the colors look like. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, bye for now.